The US tourist industry has just been dealt another blow by the US government. Border Patrol, headed by cosplay Christy Gnomes, the dog killer. Yes, they've been thrown another curveball. And it's hitting right in between the fucking eyes, it has, yeah. Well, you see. We're all boycotting the US as it is. And now it's just made it even worse. They want your DNA? Seriously? And 5 years of your social media? Oh, believe me. And your telephone numbers? What the fuck? The US tourist industry is already suffering bad because of Canada and its elbows up. You know, the boycotts, which some say that the boycotts are backfiring on Canadians. Yes, Canada's US travel boycott is backfiring in the most unexpected way at the US Customs Border Protection. Well, is it? Yeah, this is a travel.com, all right? And they're saying because many of the Canadians are boycotting the United States, they're not very busy there now. So what they're having to do now is, well, they're just using their time. So they're checking you more, all right? Well, how is this going to be a backfiring on the Canadians when, quite frankly, all it'll do is backfire on the United States because the Canadians are going to say, sod you, I ain't coming. There's more chance I'm going to get probed. If you know what I mean. Take an anal swab and stuff with my DNA. Do any of that shit. Oh, crikey, excuse the pun. Anyway, the adjudication at the border is a lot more thorough, a lot more detailed, and perhaps a lot of times more hostile. Well, yeah, they like to detain you and put you in a gulag somewhere, and put you in a wrap, and kick you about the floor and stuff, make you drink water from a dog bowl. It's because there are fewer travellers, which means that some officers have more time to spend on each examination. That is to say, each person is presenting in a form in front of them. Now, that's one way of twisting the news. The fact of the matter is, if they're being more hostile, Canadians will just say, sod you, we're not coming. So those that were going to be going for whatever reason, maybe to support the border, little businesses on the side of the border that have been suffering quite bad because of the boycotts, because of Donald Trump and his rhetoric of the 51st state, and Peter Hoekstra, whatever his fucking name is. Bloody idiots, the whole bunch of them, the whole lot of them are bloody idiots. And now they want to probe you and get your DNA. Oh, for feck's sake, I'm kidding you not, all right? If you're getting an Esther, all right, you've got to submit a shitload more information now. This happens to be in the oh, crikey, so you've got here. This one here in US travel. The US border rules require more selfies and 5 years of social media history, and this is in the in Sky in the Sky News, right? So, US plans to start checking all tourists' social media. This is all going to be done at the time of making your EST applications, and done via the app, I suppose, which is on there. Yeah. So, the potential social media mandate being processed by the Customs Border Protection would apply to anyone visiting, whether they require a visa or not. So, those who got the visa waivers, some countries have, including the United Kingdom, and obviously Canada. I think there's another deal regarding your passports as well. I think it's a little bit different for Canadians. All tourists, including those from Britain, will have to undergo a social media screening before being allowed into the US under new plans being considered by the country's border force. Now, let me tell you something. Are you sitting down? Have you had to hand over your phone, your mobile device? Have you just handed it over to them? They take it on, they put it in their little machine. Well, that is forensic software. It ain't just taking off, your social media accounts and looking at those. No, it's actually cloning your phone. They're looking at everything. They'll have your passports, they'll have everything. Do you really want to be handing over your fucking passports to your bank account? Guys, like, that you might have on your phone. I know there's extra security in that, but we're talking about. Do you trust these laws? Because I know I don't. Like this, Cash Patel and the FBI. Oh, get the on, you just don't know what way he's gonna go. I don't think he does either. Half the time, I hate to think how many bloody telegraph poles and lampposts he must walk into. Crikey! No one is so fucking ugly. Anyway, so at the moment, the Britons are among those who can visit for up to 90 days without a visa, just like Canadians, and they have to obtain an electronic travel authorization known as the ESTA. It costs $40, £30, and the potential social media mandate being processed by Customs and Border Protection would apply to anyone visiting whether they require a visa or not. According to a notice published in America's Federal Register on Tuesday, foreign visitors would need to provide their social media from the last 5 years. Have you got any of those lovely little pictures of J.D. Vance with a swollen face? Yes, somebody got pulled up on that one, didn't they? They got arrested. It will be mandatory to hand over the information and other details, including email addresses. Email addresses? You do not own other people's email addresses. You shouldn't be sharing them to anybody. And telephone numbers used in the last 5 years, as well as names and addresses, numbers and birthdays of family members will also be required. So I suppose it's talking about your email addresses, I would imagine. But, birthdays of family members is also required. What? Really? Maybe they don't want you to hand that over. Hand over their addresses, their numbers, and birthdays of family. It's a bit like when J.D. Vance came to the Cotswolds, didn't he? He got a bit of a blunt reception. That was very funny. Blunt reception in the Cotswolds in the UK on his little holiday with his future divorcee wife, Ursula Vance. Yeah, you know where I'm going with that, don't you? Anyway. And he's trying to get the Secret Service, well, who can't do it, but they're knocking on people's doors, asking for their social media. What the fuck do you think these people are? Fuck off. That's my French, but it's my Tourette's, by the way, just so you know. Now, currently, as a part of ESTA application process, tourists from Britain would have to provide an email address, home address, phone number, and emergency contact details if approved. This lasts for 2 years. So obviously with all this extra information, and then you obviously got this other next bit as well. It further wants to collect biometrics. All right, we're not just talking about face and fingerprints. No, we're talking about your DNA and iris scans. This is all stuff in the future that might be used for your own security to get into your bank accounts or into buildings and shit. And all that you really want. This is stuff that doesn't change. Do you really want this shit in the hands of some rogue government? Because that's what you got in the US. There's a rogue government. Nobody trusts you anymore. It currently only records face and fingerprints upon arrival at the US border. See? And the proposed changes are open for public consultation for 60 odd days. It'll happen, though. It will happen. How do you feel about this? How the fuck do you feel about this? I know for one, I would never travel to the US anyway, because I'd get locked up. Things I've been saying about Trump. Yeah, the fucking orange Ron shits and pants and fucking hell. Krasnov. Now, let me know how you feel about this, because really, you should be. Oh, it's the wrong button again. You press the wrong button, there you go. Really, it should not be allowed, should it? No one's going to travel. How the hell are you going to conduct business? Businesses are not going to hand, individuals are not going to hand over this information. And this information is personal. So let's say, for instance, you're working for a company, and the company says you just got to do all this, that, and the other, okay? So you can do your business travel to the United States. You say, fuck off, I'm not giving them all that. And they say, yeah, you got to. Well, I'm not going to. No one can force them. You can't sack them on that basis in the EU. Not the, we in the UK and the European Union, I don't know if you realise this, there's this thing called employment law. And employers, they have to abide by it. And the employees have rights. And a considerably, I don't think, more holiday pay than you do. And also, oh, by the way, we also get free healthcare, by so you know. Just rubbing it in. Anyway, what say you? Please leave in the comments down below. Toodaloo. Have a lovely day. And I'm sorry about my voice. I'm losing my voice at the moment. I've got bad fibro what's it at the minute. I mean, bye. Toodaloo.